Yeah, welcome back to the firehouse for some more firehouse reasoning. I think in this reasoning I'm going to explain why I'm always slaughtering religion, why it appears as if I am slaughtering religion, as if I am anti-religious. I am not anti-religious like I've said before. In fact, I am very religious. But you have to understand that, like I say, the flex of life, positive and negative. And religion is a positive and a negative. Anything in this life is positive and negative. So, like I said before, religion is like a man. And you ain't going to understand man. A woman for that matter. You know. When I say man, I mean woman. You ain't going to understand man until you understand yourself. When you understand your own self, you understand all human beings, living or dead. Because all human beings are the same. And you can only know them truthfully when you know yourself. You understand? Now, like I tell you, religion itself is like human being. So any one of these religions, when you understand this religion, like say I understand Rasta, not in the ways that other Rastas understand it, but from within. Once you go within Rasta, you crack open all other religion, because it's just like a man in it. So when you do that now, you can teach all religion. So yes, I am the teacher of what you would deem the Muslim, the Christian, the Buddhist, the Hindu. Whatever form of religion you have, I am the teacher of that, as well as the destroyer of that religion. Now, how could you be the teacher and the destroyer of a religion at the same time? Sound paradoxical, I say. But what you have to understand, what I am destroying in the religion is the outward form. You understand? This outward form is concealing the truth. So the outward form of every religion, this means your ritual and your rites and all this thing. All that is pretense, false. It's not the real. Although it can act, I say, as an introduction to the real. You know what I mean? Because when you observe something, you ain't going to see the real at first. Like when you look at me, you don't see my spirit, do you? You observe my body. So it's the same thing. Religion have a spirit that cannot be seen until you remove the outer form. Like how you would remove the skin from a fruit. I say. And then when you do that now, you will reveal the oneness of all religion. Which, like I'm telling you, every religion, all of them, they have the same moral code. They just differ, just like how human beings differ in their appearance. You have what they call black human beings, white but this is just the body that differs. The spirit is the same. So the body of religion, the body of Islam is different from the body of Christianity, isn't it? And different from the Hindu or that. But that is just the body. That is not the real. You see? To get to the real, you have to remove the outer form. And this is what very difficult to do if you are not moving with the spirit of fearless, I say. Because removing the outer form literally means ignoring everything that the outward religious man is trying to teach you. Be it about Jesus, God, prophet, devil, whoever it is that he is trying to tell you about. You have to ignore all this because he doesn't know. You see what I mean? He doesn't know. Because he cannot know. He is the outer form of the religion, not the inner. And like I tell you, the out is different from the in. You know what I mean? To know the inner part of religion, I say, you have to know the one. It is the one who teaches all these things. You know what I mean? And I know that there is confusion in the world about whether, let's call this one God then. Like I say, you can call the one the I am, the light, the truth, the way, conscience. You can call the one whatever you want, but whatever you call this one, it will still be only a name. You know what I mean? And when we say God, get it out of your mind entirely that we are now speaking of a being. You know what I mean? Like I tell you before, the one is everywhere present at once. I don't know any being who could do that. I can do that, you know what I mean? I don't know any being who can be dwelling in both male and female at the same time, everywhere. Black, white, Chinese, Japanese, you know. And anyone who live in the beginning and in the middle and is living right now, or who is likely to live in the future. I don't know anyone like that. You know what I mean? So that is not a person. That is what I call an energy. An intelligent energy. Now there is a dispute as to whether this, well, what you say, God exists or God don't exist. You have those who are unbelievers, like I say, so they don't believe that there is any God. In other words, there is no intelligence, the universe is random. And then you have the other one who are the believers who believe, yes, there is a God. But they don't know this, they just believe this. You see what I mean? But life is not about believing or unbelieving, it is about knowing. You know what I mean? And if you believe in God, of course you're not going to be able to explain who God is, because you don't know God. You see what I mean? To explain who God is, you have to know God. Yeah. So I am the teacher, like I say, you know, of all these different religions, and all the people who are not religious as well. In fact, I'm the teacher of beings. You know what I mean? To explain to them who God is. And if you don't like the term God, then who the higher energy is, or who the supreme, or what is where the supreme intelligence is located, how you can log on to this intelligence and find the truth out from yourself. You know what I mean? Nothing is a secret in the universe, not even God is a secret. You know what I mean? You can find out what you want if you are willing. You know what I mean? You can't fall into these like the outside religious people would have it. Are those who I call, who live outwardly. They are not intelligent, I say. They are out-telligent. So in this out-telligence that they are living, they have blood lineage. So for instance, they would imagine to themselves that, oh yeah, if you are from the Abrahamic bloodline, that, you know, it is that by some reason God has blessed all those people from that bloodline. You know, these are how the anti-God people live, those who live by this bloodline, and imagine to themselves that their bloodline is better and, you know, they are the ruling bloodline. But I say you get all these kind of confusion when you do not understand the one. Because it is the one who is the teacher of what is right and correct. It makes you laugh when you hear some, what do they call them, atheists, trying to explain away that there is no intelligence in the universe. And presumably as well, they are thinking to themselves that they are intelligent, because they went to some place and like I say, get a bit of brainwashing. And they are speaking very eloquently as well. And at the same time trying to explain away that there is no intelligence in the universe, and that they are intelligent enough to prove it with their idiotic, what I call reasoning. They don't even know that there is things beyond reason. Just like there are things beyond wisdom. Like I keep telling you here, you know. Insights, where you just see things as they are. You don't have to reason about them then. You know, you just see them. Understand what I mean? So if you want to know the real God, or if that there is a God, like I tell you before, you have to discipline yourself. Self-discipline is what's going to teach you whether there is what we call a God or not. I don't call it a God, man. Just let's call it a higher intelligence. An intelligence that is far superior to man. Intelligence. And I'm telling you that conscience is a far superior intelligence to man. And unless you are under this guidance of this superior intelligence, your little intelligence that you have, scientific or I don't know what kind of intelligence you have here, if it is not under the guidance of the one, you are bound to go astray. You know what I mean? You will always do things the wrong way. Because you are not moving under the guidance of the supreme intelligence. So intelligence, like I'm saying, that is everywhere at once. And so intelligence that even these idiots that are claiming that there is no God, this supreme intelligence has put, like I say, memory in them to record their idiotic behavior and stupid. They are just not noticing this. But it's ridiculous anyway and crazy, I say. For any human to come out of their mother, right, even without anyone telling them, and to look up into the heavens, either on a dark night or on a sunny day, right, to see the stars and the moon glittering in the heavens, working in harmony, and then at daytime to see the sun arrive to give heat and growth to the earth, and then thinking to themselves that no, this is not in intelligence, man. Somehow this is just like evolution, accidental, that the sun should arise and the moon arrive on the earth and work in coordination with some other planets as well, which I don't know the name of them. And by some stretch of the imagination, you are deeming this to be not intelligent. No wonder you don't find any intelligence. You know what I mean? And no wonder you don't find God. And then now, like I say, if you don't, with religion, any one of them, if you don't remove the outer form, then you can't get to know God. But if you do, which I have, then you are going to encounter the real and living God. You see what I mean? Because the real and living God is in every man. It's irrelevant what you call race, because there is no race. That's just ignorance when you don't know who you are, when you are stuck in the body. When you have not removed the body, like I say, and get to the spirit. Same thing like when you don't remove the body of religion, you are stuck in the body of religion. And in the body of religion, it's not right. You see what I mean? In the body of religion is where you are going to, like I say, be following prophets and saints and all this thing. When all that is bullshit. But you won't be able to see it clearly, because they will educate you to have faith in it. Because they are there to exploit you. Suck your blood like, I say, how fleas suck the blood of animal. Or humans if they can catch them, or land on them, you know what I mean? Parasites. You see what I mean? Hence the fact that why to get to the real truth you have to remove these people from out of the way. You know what I mean? You can't get fascinated because they are telling you, like I say, Jesus was born of a virgin birth and all that is story. You know what I mean? Story that is not truthful. Story that if to an awakened mind anyway, just totally ridiculous. that the intelligent energy should send, should have any special son. That's just stupidity. Intelligent energy create enough creation, can't you see? Lots of souls and animals and everything. How can it be having some special son and then sending the special son for we to murder the special son? That's just like I say, when you are trapped in outward religion, you can come up with stories like that, I believe, because those are the traps that was set for you. They are telling you about the devil, but the devil is the Jesus that they are telling you about to worship and follow. All they've done is just wrap the evil in a nice pretty package to you. You know what I mean? But definitely Jesus would be closer to a devil than to the Son of God. You see what I mean? Because there is no Son of God, and yet man has created one, and anything that man create cannot be good, it must be evil. So yes, Jesus is an evil diversion, to divert your mind so that you spend your time following a man. You cannot know God that way. God never created us so that we follow each other. You know, He give all of us a mind so that we can comprehend the truth. You know, we don't have the same talents, but we have the same talent where truth is concerned. And where that is concerned, no way at all should we ever be yeah, you can take the advice of one, but to follow and worship and then years after the dead be going on about the name and that teaching you, no. Because truth is within you. You should be teaching people where the truth is and how to bring it out, what they must do. You know, you can't know the truth as an example going on pilgrimage or going to visit the graves of saints or all that is great. That is part of the outward ritual that the outer religion used to confuse the mind of the gullible. You see what I mean? Outward religion is dangerous to the souls of beings. That's why it have to be destroyed. And when it's destroyed now, there you will reveal the pure religion. So when after I finish destroy the outward form of Islam, Christianity, whatever it is, I will reveal the pure Islam, the pure Christianity, the pure Rasa, the pure everything. Because everything, the truth is pure and clean. You see what I mean? And it's the same everywhere. It's international. To know it, you have to live honestly and clean. So there's no way for you to be honestly calling yourself a Muslim unless you are living truthful and honestly, and that in your heart the love of God is burning with a fire. Otherwise you're not a Muslim. You are just in the outward pretense form where you have not yet resurrected, as it was, from the dead. But from you are in any organization, you are a dead person. You're not really dealing with the living truth. Or you are afraid. And the mere fact that outward religion have people in their billions, I suppose. I have to see they have a survey last night I was watching some. Christianity have 2 billion people. And the lock and key. Split between them, the Catholic must have 1 billion and the rest have 1 billion. And on that same program they was saying there was 34,000 different denominations of Christians. And guess what? All of these different denominations, right? Like I tell you before, you know, outward religion, right, is like a broken glass. You know, a glass that's whole, really. Well, it's whole on the inside, but on the out, it's broken into different fragments. Some are big and some are small. But each of these fragments are claiming to be the correctness. So if you go amongst Christians, the Roman Catholic will tell you, yes, man, we are the correct way, you know. The Baptist will tell you the same. The Protestant, the Mormons, the whoever, all of them claim that they're right. But yet they are telling you that there's only one way. So how can 34,000 different ways be the same way? It can't be. So there is a confusion amongst outright religion. If you come to Islam, according to them, they haven't got as much as 34,000 different factions. I think a man tell me it was 73. Between 73 and 72. But between these 73 and 72, they will tell you that only one of them is right. But each one of the 72 and 73 is claiming that they are the one that is right. Does that make any sense to a logical thinking mind? Might make sense to yours, but to me, that represents confusion. I'm looking for God, and I meet 72 man, and the 72 man point means 72 different directions, when there is only one direction. Might as well I ignore those 72 man and do the search myself. You see what I mean? And if I should come amongst the Christians, having find so many different denominations amongst them, worshipping the one or following the one Jesus. No, you know, that's just crazy. So you might as well search for yourself. And any one of these religious movements, even in Rasta, you will find the 12 tribe, the Nyabingi and the Bobo, and who else do you want to find? When everything should be one. You know, but you find that again in outright religion. Outright religion is like pop music industry, I say. They create superstars for the people to worship and follow and adore. You see what I mean? So in every outright religion there is a star. Be the star, the Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus, Selassie, whoever the front man is. And the whole idea that now we the people who hasn't risen to the level of this superstar, to get to know God, we must listen to what him say or go through him. That is the basic format of all outright religion, which is actually just plain and simple stupid. You see what I mean? But because the minds of people are not strong enough to challenge, they listen to this and, you know, have what they call faith. Like I'm telling you, everything is double-sided in this dimension. So faith is as well. You can have blind faith. Have faith in strong faith as well, you know. Blind faith is just as powerful as the faith that is real. So yeah, you can powerfully have your faith that Jesus did die for you and and God did send. But I'm telling you, that's blind faith. You see what I mean? The only time you can have a faith that is certain is when you know this one that I'm telling you about. Because that is the one that is the teacher. That is the one who teaches one the correct faith. But like I'm saying, this one is no one to believe in, is it? Like I don't believe in this one. I know this one. I know where the one is located, like I'm telling you. Not up in heaven, dreamy heaven like you, the outer religious man is telling you. The one is very close to you, right in your head. Yeah, so close that a conversation is going on between you and the one continuously. And the negative one as well, you know. Don't forget, positive and negative. You see what I mean? Positive and negative create the thoughts that enter the mind of beings. So they are both talking to you continuously. The positive one and the negative one. They are the one who generate thoughts into your mind. And then you are the one now who are supposed to make a choice between the thoughts of positive and negative. You understand what I mean? That's how life is about. Making a choice. You know what I mean? But those are the forces within the universe. They generate those like I say, positive and negative ideas in your mind, and you are the one who is supposed to make the choice. And like I said before, no one is forcing you to do anything. Positive cannot force you, negative cannot force you. It's entirely up to you what you do, what you decide. But ain't no way of knowing this thing now, like I'm saying. If you should ever join any religion, because religion is a diversion away from knowing who you are. You can't know who you are in a religion, because they're not going to teach you about who you are. They teach you about the prophet and the prophet disciple and how glorious they was and what they did. How are you going to know anything about who you are while you are paying attention to other people? While you are looking outside of yourself at the glories of Jesus or Muhammad and Abraham and all them that they tell you about. You ain't going to know who you are like that, are you? That whole plan is to divert your attention away from who you are. You see what I mean? To understand God, you have to get back to who you are. You see what I mean? And no one can lead you back to who you are but you yourself. Because only you. This is about making correction within your character. And only you know the faults of your own character or your own ignorance. So only you can correct it. You know, going to the priest ain't going to correct nothing. I've been baptized, you know what I mean? That ain't going to help nothing. Actions speak louder than words. You know that you are a liar. Stop it. You know, find the reason out why you're lying and admit to yourself that this is not a good behavior and stop. It's the only way. Making correction. You're not praying and then after you finish praying, you go and do some other wrongdoing against the law. That ain't going to help no one understand who God is. Like I say, you know, God is an energy that is everywhere, present in everyone, male and female. Like I say, more clearly demonstrated in yourself by conscience. It's just that you do not know what this conscience is. But the conscience is the light that is within all human beings that ever come out of pussy, like I like to put it. Just like how you see the sun is always shining a one light. This ain't nothing to believe in, you know. This is something to know. You see what I mean? So God is not something like a ninth grade general. Don't believe in God. I know God. And like I say, God is just the highest intelligence. I know the highest intelligence. Because that intelligence that is the highest is my master. That's where I go to school. That's where I learn the lyrics that I am spitting. That's how I learn to get out of the mind and be able to speak from beyond the regions of the mind. I never learned that in any school. And if you don't think that I can speak from beyond the regions of the mind, all you have to do then is find what you think is your most spiritual master on earth. Maybe you can go and get the Dalai Lama. I don't know who. Get the Pope then, innit? And bring him to test the word of the fire. Then you will find out for real that yes, I am beyond the minds of any man. Because the spirit is. What you don't understand, God is beyond the regions of the mind. And if God teach you, God take you beyond the regions of the mind so that you can see it, understand it, you know, in a different type of way. Doesn't mean that I understand the whole of the mind, but I still understand it, you know what I mean? I don't need to I don't need to understand philosophy to know the truth of it, because I am the philosopher. You know what I mean? And yet I am no philosopher. Because have I ever studied for philosopher? No, I have never studied to be a philosopher. I've never studied to be a reasoner either. In fact, I have never studied to be anything. All I've done is study being good. And then, because you study being good, yeah, reasoning, you get the ability to reason, wisdom, whatever you want to call it, God give it to you, innit? So, you don't study these subjects. Well, I don't study them anyway. So I don't study ethics. I don't study philosophy. But I do teach ethics and philosophy without actually knowing that I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Because the truth covers everything in it. So it turns out that even though I am not a doctor, I can teach a doctor. I ain't a philosopher, but I can teach philosopher. I ain't a preacher, but I can preach. I ain't a teacher, but I can teach. You know what I mean? But I ain't nothing. If you know what I mean. Because like I like to repeat. I cannot be deemed a clever man because I don't know nothing. I can't even drive. Apart from, say, cooking. I can cook my food and put it in a washing and do my ironing. I am completely useless. I cannot play any instrument. I have no qualification to make anything. I can't even read a plan. You know, if you give me a plan with something, I don't know what's going on. These modern phones, I don't even understand them. What my youngest son know, I don't know. You know what I mean? I am completely thick. I say, that's what I say. Completely thick. But you can still be thick and have common sense. You know, just because I can't build anything or fly anything, you know what I mean? That does not stop me having common sense. I am not interested in building anything either, or having anything, or wanting them, you know what I mean? Because that is not my thing. I am satisfied with common sense. You know what I mean? While everyone else is chasing whatever it is that they chase, I chase common sense. Adore common sense and love common sense. And it so happened, like I say, it's common sense that lead you to God. God is common sense, one of them. You know what I mean? But common sense is the sense that you should develop, so that you can log on to the intelligence that is within this universe and within your own self. You know, so that you can know when you hear people talk about God. You know what I mean, what it is. And again, like I say, when you get to know God, of course you're not going to be worried about dying again. Because like I've repeated before, death is the Governor General of fear. He's the one that brings fear to man. Man love life, but he don't like dying. But he have to die anyway. But if you did know God, then you'll be able to see clearly. Clearly. You know, this is nothing to believe. No one don't have to come back from the dead to prove to you that, yeah, life carries on. You can get all the evidence here. And if you knew God, you know, not believe in God, I'm on about when you know God, the teachings of God shows you that, listen, we are physical and spiritual, two elements in the universe, innit? Solid and non-solid. Our body is a solid thing, what we would call physical. Our spirit, the voice that is coming out of the body, is non-physical. So we have two elements, right? The body is living in time, what we call time. Anything that is living in time is subject to change. Anything that is subject to change must die. So eventually God shows you, man, the body must die. Now check the spirit. It is not subject to the change of the body. Because once you reach 18, when you reach 30, you still feel 18, 40, 50, 60. You see what I mean? They say, like, if you want to call it, the mind never age. Only the body. You see what I mean? So the spirit is not subject to the changes that is taking place within the body. So when death come to the body, it don't affect the spirit because they were not in the same time zone, Rasta. Understand what I mean? So no, you don't die, you don't even get old. The body is getting old. But when you don't know God now, of course you're going to think that you are getting old. And you start to panic and starting to look for plastic surgery and all these kind of things. And when you don't know God, of course you're going to spend your time admiring your body. You're just going to be just what I call, if this was a seesaw, just and that way up, you know. Because now you're just concentrating just on the physical aspect of life, you know. Having the body looking beautiful and doing all this kind of thing, and you know. And like I tell you as well, you know, and this is no joke, the most beautiful people on the planet are the ugliest souls, if you should ever see them. Because it's just, these souls get caught up in egoistic and all manner of stupidity. The vilest type of beings, you know. And yet while they're here now, they are being glorified as the most beautiful, and you know, they are adored in magazine or in newspaper and television and all this kind of thing. When if you had the vision of the owl, like I'm saying, you would be seeing some real ugly souls puffed up with vanity and, you know, vain, just vain, far away from themselves, living in total ignorance, you know what I mean, and glorifying in this ignorance as well, you know. It's not as if they even just accidentally lost. They are lost in bliss, in glorifying their vile and idiotic behavior, you know what I mean, and worshipping each other and forever saying, oh yes, she's beautiful, and like I'm saying, singing stupid and idiotic songs to each other and giving each other reward and writing books about each other, how the great perform in stupidity. You have another set as well where they call actors, spend the whole life acting, and the other idiots who are in the dark with them and say, oh yeah, they're great, and they're you know, they follow this actor and the actor life and how many women the actor is going out with and all that, and think that this is any life. You know, life is paradoxical, like I say. So what appears to you to be glory is actually the depths of depravity and sickness and vileness that I have seen going on this planet. But nevertheless, they dress it up, like I say, because the system is so sick. You know, it's a sick system that is here. But nevertheless, masquerading as good. It pay these people X amount of paper. Paper is nothing anyway, because you can't take paper when death comes. But it give them this because it allow them to have privilege on the earth. Pay these singers and actors and whoever they are lots of money to help in the corruption of their fellow human beings by performing stupid movies and singing silly songs. You know, like if you should ever look into the writers of these movies, mind, and you should ever wonder, what kind of a sicko sit down and come up with these kind of movies? Sure, we don't mind if you write a positive movie about the reality of life, what is really going on. But 95% of the movie is not reality movie, it's just the fantasies of some lunatic who is being well paid to come up with this kind of entertainment to divert as much mind as they can. And then they reward the singers the same way. And these dirty souls are the ones that are being paraded all over the television and the paper as stars. Real sick. You know what I mean? Make you want to spew up when you see these people. And these people will never listen to what is right and correct, you know. They are so prideful in themselves, man, and so puffed up. That I'm saying to myself, oh, okay, no problem, man. Because life is endless. Like I say, I always say, I'm a patient man. This life or the next. Let's see how puffed up and prideful these beings are. No, if they don't change the ways, you don't change your ways. You just live a life of puffed up arrogance. Yeah? And let me see now, when you arrive home, if you can carry on this puffed up arrogance that you are carrying on here on earth. You, Mr. Preacher Man, who is in the mosque or the church or synagogues, diverting the souls of your brother, pretending, you know. I don't care which one of them you are, if you is the head of Islam or the head of Christianity or the head of the Jews, any one of you, I take you all on at once, because you're not God's soldier. You can't win any battle with a fire. You just haven't got the words to. You haven't got the nerve. You cannot speak the words from the depths of your heart to a fire. But the fire can to you. Burn you all down, because you are a weak heart. You cannot come to me with your Bible or your Quran or the Torah. I am above and beyond your books. You see what I mean? I am the lion in your kingdom. When it comes to teaching, I told you before, ain't no brag, ain't no boast. I am the teacher of all religious man and the teacher of all man. When I say that I am, you know who I am is? I am the way and the light. No one cometh to the truth unless they come through I. See? Well, I am a reflector of I am. And that made me, because I can reflect the I am, the teachers of all beings. Sound funny, innit? Yeah, it sounds funny, but it's true. Life, I say, is a very funny thing. Yeah. So you have people, like I say, talking about God now, and they don't know who God is. Like I am trying to explain to people. I give you an idea who God is then. The same firehouse. God is the sunlight that you see burning in the sky. That is a representation of the terrible and dreadful one in the physical world. In the unseen world, that one is the conscience. The light of the souls of boys and girls. So, no matter who you are, whether you are a Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Jew, male, female, black, white, Japanese, Chinese, no matter what label you want to put on yourself, the conscience burn a fire within your being. I am not interested in what labels you are putting on yourself. I am the destroyer of the outward form. That means religion and physical body. Remove all physical out of the way, because the physical is always concealing the spiritual. And you have to get to the spiritual if you want to know the one. The one that is everywhere present at once, like I'm saying, Not one that you have to believe in, but one that you can get to know. And if that one teach you, you devastate any man. Because you can, not only can you reason, like I say, you can go beyond reason. So yes, I can reason, I'm full of reasoning. I am a hot fire when it comes to reasoning. But I can also go beyond reasoning and see things. And when you see them, you can also still reason about them. You see what I mean? That's just how, when you know this one, everything is revealed to you. You see what I mean? But never ever believe in this one, because this one is not one for believing in. Believe is no good to you. Believers are trapped, like I say, in the outward. You're supposed to be moving, to be growing, to develop. You will never ever develop in a religion, because what appears to you to be a good thing is a trap. to your soul and a hindrance to your development. Hence the reason why I say we have to destroy the outward form of religion. Destroy all the prophets. Destroy the God that sent them as well. Because no God cannot send. That's what I mean. You are dealing now with the real God. So when I reveal the real God cannot send. And has never sent. And will never send. You are the one who are here to make a choice. Given to you by the real one. Now, make a choice. Yes, like I tell you, if you from your own desire, your own heart and your mind and soul, you yourself decide that you want to know the truth, yeah, the one will teach you. Because you make a choice. But if you don't make this choice, you can't, this one won't teach you, and if this one don't teach you, you cannot know the one. And in this world there is only two teachers. The positive or the negative. So if you are not under the guidance of the positive, you must fall under the guidance of the negative. But like I tell you before, don't get carried away with this negative and about Satan as well. The negative is no Satan. The negative is the negative. The teacher of negativity. You know what I mean? That's what gives us our choice. But the negative one is not interested in your choice. Or is not looking to recruit you. And cannot force you to do nothing. You are the one who choose the negative one. So the negative one have no choice but to teach and educate you about the ways of negativity. So are you who are choosing the Son of God? Yeah. The negative will teach you because you want to know that stupidity. So you get taught that. But if you are chosen to be positive and to live positively, then you would have come under the guidance of the positive one. And there you will not see anyone being sent. No son gets sent by the positive one. It's just a matter of choice. And when you live right, you will see right. You know what I mean? You won't have to, like I say, believe. I don't believe in the one like I say, I know the one. And I tell you where the one is right within all you human beings. Yeah? What you would call your conscience. And it's also within you is his spy memory recording all your deeds. So I don't know which being. The beings are so stupid and idiotic. Because they must actually believe to themselves, these who are against the will of the terrible and dreadful God, or who don't know the will of this one, that you could actually come here. So you believe, Mr. Atheist, that it's a random universe, yeah? And because you hold this belief like Mr. Darwin, yeah man, it's a random universe. You treat it just like I say, like somebody who go in a supermarket, never see anyone in there, just see the goods, and decide to rob and steal and rape and do all kind of thing in there. Not realizing that there was a camera, my friend, recording your deeds. And that there's consequences to your action. That's why we've got the memory in you. Pussy. So I like to say that one to you, human being sometimes. It baffles me sometimes all these idiots. You know, these who are supposed to be intelligent, think that they're going to get away with this thing. And because they're so, and them, they're so conceited and stupid, because they're in some, Oxford and Cambridge studying up the big science, that I could never know I'm that dumb and thick anyway. But this very studying that they are doing is a very study that blind them. Because you cannot go to any institution on earth and learn God. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can learn high science because you like to be clever, innit? And because you learn in high science and the system is paying you a lot of money. And maybe because you're selfish and greedy, you want a standard of living. They reward you with that. You know what I mean? No wonder you never learn any common sense. So you end up being a puffed up ego. You see what I mean? Serving the shit stim. And these vile people, just because you see them dressed up in fine linen and really, no doubt you was over the moon yesterday when Kate gave birth in it. Because you don't hear, no other baby was born yesterday on the planet. In fact, since baby has been born, only when a royal baby is born is there any excitement. You know, because it's a superstar being coming into the world, innit? Well, I feel sorry for such babies coming into the world. You see, because they are going right into the lap of ignorance. But it appears to be the lap of luxury, innit? And privilege. No, they are going right into the laps of some of the most ignorant beings that have ever come out of pussy. Yes, man. So it would be hard for that soul to find the truth in such corruption and vile and sickness. You see, because it's going to appear to the being that, oh, I have arrived at a very, you know, because you're going to be showered with everything now, what they deem to be love and all this now, you know. Showered and no one, President Obama, King of, they must have all sent present already. All the heads of state around the world, you know, must have, the hypocrites them, you know, but they must have sent present. So all this is already there to confuse the poor soul. You know what I mean? That it is going to end up believing that it is very important and more important than lesser human beings. But you know what I mean? This is what happens, I say, when beings do not know who the one is, or even want to know who the one is. They would rather, these hypocrites, they don't know God, but at the same time, in the dark day, they are the one who set up religion. And they set it up to make a money as well. But they still pretend going there praying. I mean, even Tony Blair, for God's sake, man. After he's involved in all this war and killing in Iraq and all, he went and turned Catholic. But the Pope wouldn't even say to the man, listen, man, you can't turn Catholic. This is a God thing. Yeah, because the Pope is a criminal himself. So yes, he welcomed Mr. Blair into the house of criminality and hypocrisy. You know what I mean? I see the Pope, he's in Brazil now at the moment, innit? I don't know how human beings, like I say, can be so goddamn. There is a man, there is only another human being. He's in charge of a criminal organization. I'm talking about the Pope here now. The head of a criminal organization. But it's an organization that's set up not as a criminal organization, but as a godly one. That's its cover. But the people in there are criminal. And what they're saying in there is complete bullshit and lie. They are the worshippers of Jesus. I call them idol worshippers. Devil. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, they create this figure. And they, like I say, they create the figure because it's not a real person. Never was. You know what I mean? It was made up in Africa down there, like I say, Saparos. By the first Greek pharaoh in Egypt. And then afterwards, now they turn it into Jesus and even give him a mother. I've never seen such hypocrisy. But it's just totally ridiculous anyway. And yet people today are devoted to this goddamn stupidity. It's as if the mind of men, of human beings, has not evolved. It would be like the same time what they used to say the earth was flat. I don't know what crazy story they had about it. But it's just the same thing. You still have people now following Jesus. Or following Muhammad, or whoever you're goddamn following in your outward form. And if anyone try to tell you the truth, just like how if people try and tell you, you're quick to want to kill. Because nobody like anyone to say anything against their superstar. So you will not accept the fact that your prophet or Jesus come out a pussy. Muhammad come out a pussy, just like you, and that you should not worship anybody who come out a pussy, or forever be singing and dancing and going on about them. They're just another human being like you. They are not God. And even if God did send them as a messenger, well, he should have just sent them out the fucking sky. That would have been easier, innit? Instead of them have to come out a pussy. But even if God did send them as a message, so fucking what? You still don't have to be worshipping them. You are supposed to be following God. God is who you are supposed to know. Not God's son and God prophet or God angel. Fuck God's son and prophet and angel. What do you know about God? The highest and when I say God, the intelligence that is in the universe. You are supposed to understand the intelligence that is within the universe. The fucking intelligence is not a man or a woman. I don't know how you have to drive it. Every day I'm praying to God, say, Chop, Father, you can give me the right words, man. It's simple enough in my own mind, you know, but it's very hard just to wake up these goddamn people sleeping, you know what I mean? So much faith is put in a man. Like I say, whoever the man is, or the master. And when a man can never be no goddamn master, no wonder we have to come in this time, I say, with the fire. I am here to destroy all masters. Destroy all wise men. And reveal the living God, which is conscience. Far superior to any one of your blood clot masters that you keep harping on about. You know what I mean? Or any one of your great books. There is no book that has ever been written that is as intelligent as the conscience that dwell within our blood clot human being. Because you see, conscience can be everywhere at once. Books can only be in certain locations. You need to study the movements of conscience. Instead of going on about, like I say, Jesus and more. Name that you do not know. And when you know, you can know conscience. This is what I can't figure out sometimes. You are talking about people who dead long time. You can never know. But yet conscience that is with you 24/7, you don't want to fucking know. Or you don't try to know. Yeah? You don't want to know that, or you don't think it's of any blood clot importance. Yet you in your fucking church praying and going on about Jesus. An insult to God. That's what I say you beings are doing. Blaspheming against God. I ain't no fucking excuse for such idiotic behavior, because God did give us all the intelligence, I say. Failure to use this intelligence can only come about through selfishness, greed, vanity, jealous, you know, all those kind of things, racism. Only negativity can stop you developing your true understanding. So all you beings who do not understand what is happening in life, it's because of the way that you're goddamn living. You see, and like I tell you, consequences to action. You ain't going to die, you're going to transform one day, and the smile will be wiped off your face. So you stay here and party now. Life goes very quickly anyway. It's just because you are not noticing. Even though life is eternal, this life that you are living now will be over very quick. Death come for you. We see how you're going to party. You'll have a long time to ponder over the fucking wickedness that you was doing here and laughing when you hear the word of God. Or when you hear it and you never do fuck all about it, I say any pussyclad human being I talk to on the planet. You hear the word of God and you take it for a joke. Because I speak to many people, I know they take it for a joke. But like I said, the smile is going to wipe off your face, you know. Ain't going to be nice. Ain't a problem to me, you know. I do what I do, I say, out of the love for my brothers. Because anyone who knows better should at least try. Even if it means death to me, or if it means suffering the abuse of others, or whatever, no problem. I will suffer that until death comes for me. But while I'm living in the body, yes, I will do everything I can to wake up the human beings, because I know that they are dead. I don't believe that you are dead. I know it. They say you don't have to be in religion to be dead. All of you governments are sick and vile beings. They are the ones who are perpetrating the evil against their fellow man. These rich people. It is the rich and powerful who are calling for war in Syria. It is the rich and powerful that benefit from the arms sales and the bullet sales. So yes, they will call for blood. I don't know why anyone in America, what business has it got to do with them, that they want to see regime change in Syria and in Iraq and since they go and remove Saddam Hussein, every day for this month alone there is 700 and something people was killed in Iraq. Imagine if that, and when one man get killed in America by a little false bomb that they planted themselves. When that happens, there is outrage. Or one man get killed in the street of London. But when they go to, I don't know how many civilians the powerful men in America murder in Iraq. And how many more they murder in Libya, Afghanistan. Every day they send the drone around murdering and killing. And yet the beings are the soul on the fucking planet still cannot see. They still support these wicked and vile and sick fucking human beings in their vile and dirty and corrupted action against their fellow human being under the guise of being a fucking government. Who's are the CIA fucking A? What difference does it make? You are a murderer, you are a killer of your fellow human being under the pretense that you are some fucking government. Of course you are a government of sick and fucking evil beings who are living against the will of the terrible and dreadful God. But I am telling you for fucking certain, you pussy old sick devils, war in a Babylon, I say, I know for certain your numbers is fucking marked. As dark as your fucking soul is, your memories is recording those fucking deeds. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who you kill, because death is a killer itself. Yeah, and death is going to kill you. So yeah, you go and shoot people. You kill them, yeah? But don't forget, you don't have to be shot. Death come for you fucking personally. Even if it's when you're 112. No fucking difference to that. And when it does, all the deeds that you've done, you and your vile and sick fellow human beings, you shall fucking pay for that. You see how happy you are then. Because I say, these violent sickos, they enjoy their sickness. They wallow in it. They get praise, they get respect when they are sick and evil. People worship them on the fucking planet, for God's sake, worshiping evil. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you one thing, all you human beings. Like I said before, God did give you an intelligence to use, and you refuse to do it. You see what I mean? You come here and deliberately live against the will of God. Live in hate, greed, spite, jealousy, vanity, without ever one stopping to think about the consequences of your sick and vile blood clot action. What you are doing, thinking that, oh yeah, we can just kill, rape, do anything, and then there'll be no consequences to that. You must think this fucking universe, like I say, is without intelligence. You know what I mean? That you should insult the intelligence that is within the fucking universe like that. You're lucky I am not God and I'm just the blood clot soldier of the one. Because if I was the one, like I said, I just let all wicked just drop dead like flies instantly. But I am not God, man. You know what I mean? Just get a bit work up sometime, you know. Well, you have to get work up at the sick and vile behavior of these wicked and evil beings against the law of God. And that cause all the sufferation and division on the planet. You don't see what I mean? It's consequences to these actions that these sickos are doing. Cause a lot of division and sufferation. And these are the ones who get admired. You see what I mean? America get admired for murdering innocent people all over Pakistan and all over Somalia and wherever these killers, look how far they are, and every day they murder people. And tell you about how they are murdering terrorists. Murder what terrorists? No one apart from the American government itself and their system. Like I say, they are the very one who blow up their own fucking building, destroy it. Not no hijackers. They did it themselves. Murderers and killers, killing their own people so that they can go get permission to go and murder more abroad. And no Islamic man blow up any train in England. The British themselves did it. The Spanish themselves blow up their own train. The only terrorist activity I've seen from Islamic man in Europe is back in the days when they would hijack a plane. But all the rest, America have people in Guantanamo Bay that they're trying for 9/11. How can anyone in Guantanamo commit that crime when they never did it? It was the American themselves who attacked their own self and blow up their own. You think 2 planes could bring down 2 buildings with such precision? Are you crazy? Can you see this was an inside job? Can you really see 19 hijackers, yeah, on the same day at hijacking 3 or 4 different planes successfully without one of them failing? Nothing can go like that, man. You are being tricked by the devils. And the reason why I say you don't recognize these devils, because these devils are good at presentation. They dress very well. So you're not going to think Obama is a sicko, is it? Of course you're going to think him is a nice gentleman. No, he's a sicko devil. These are men without souls, because they haven't discovered the soul. You see what I mean? So they've decided to gain what they would deem would be power here, privilege. That's their main drive. You see what I mean? These are underdeveloped souls. Souls that, like I say, you must think that because they get this education that they are telling you about, that this give them any sense. It never gives them any. It drives them deeper down into the depths of darkness and depravity. You see what I mean? So when you are thinking that any one of these governments on the planet, that the beings who operate these governments have got any sense, it's like you are trusting in vampires or zombies. You put your trust in vampires who appear to be normal human beings but are actually bloodsuckers. You see what I mean? They are the ones who are causing most of the misery. You know what I mean? You would think, as an example, 90,000 people have been killed in Syria. What should America, Britain and France be calling for? No more firing. In fact, they should be thinking we'll send troops to kill those rebels, because those are the ones that they are calling Al-Qaeda. But yet they are sending weapons to them. So don't you see, this is sick. Why would they want to arm? They say they deal with democracy and they love this democracy so fucking much, yeah? So in Egypt they have a revolution. They say, oh yeah, democratic election. They elect this Morsi. 1 year later the army throw Morsi out. And what does Britain and America do? Fuck all. I don't hear them say, oh, this man is a democratically elected fucking president. You can't just go and remove him after 1 year and yet we support you. But no, Britain and America and France, all of them is support. And where is Morsi? They lock Morsi up And America is still supporting. You don't hear Obama come up. Can you see that these are sick devils? Are you going to let these people lead your soul into fucking hell? Or are you going to fight now for your freedom and what is right and correct? Yes, you're afraid. You can only die once, like I'm telling you. What the fuck can they do more than kill you once? And if they kill you when you wasn't in agreement with them, at least you die fucking free. They can never be free. I don't have to be afraid of these motherfuckers, you know, devils. They are the one who must be afraid of me, because I am the one with their secret. I am the Illuminati, the illuminated one. I am the fucking owl. I am not their pretense owl. You know, they have an owl pretending. I don't pretend. I have the insight into them. I have the insight into the souls of beings. Any being who has ever lived on this planet or who is living are likely to live. I have the insight into your end. You understand? You go in one place, you're going to wish you could fucking die, motherfuckers. Yeah, so you better enjoy your evil now, because I'm warning you. Because I know you like to scrutinize the video and the internet. Whoever is doing the scrutinizing, when you scrutinize it like I'm telling you, bring it to your high devil swiftly. Let them know that a warning has been given out of their fucking doom, or their end, or the consequences of their fucking action that they're doing on this planet against the will of God. You come here breaking laws, like I've said. You should learn how to observe law. You understand? Kind of get fiery in this reasoning, innit? It's a natural thing, you know. Sometimes you reason. Never meant to get fiery and bring in so many swear words into the reasoning, of course. I like to keep things on a normal so everyone can enjoy the reasoning. But sometimes you get fired up. You see what I mean? So I might as well burn the fire. Because everything that I am saying is exactly what I know and feel and know to be truth. So I can be fiery about it when I'm telling wicked man what will happen to him if he don't change his ways. Are you human beings, if you don't stop admiring these goddamn devils? You are the one who vote for them, for fuck's sake. You elect them. I remember when Obama was going to be president, me and one of my friends fall out. Because he was convinced that Obama was the best thing for black people since sliced bread. And I'm saying, can't you see the man is a goddamn devil? What difference does it make if he's a black devil or a white devil? Evil is evil in whatever form you meet it. And no institution in America can ever be just. Because these institution was set up by murderers, killers from Europe, who went to America and nearly decimate the red man. And these murderers set up their thing. It can't ever be right. It's a sick house. It must always deal with evil and blood. It's got blood all over it. These are the only set of men, right, who in World War II drop an atomic bomb. And a nation of people, not on a battlefield, and a nation of people, children, murder them all. Did anyone charge America for crime against rascal humanity? This sick fucking devil. And this America, right, has killed, I reckon America has killed more human beings than Genghis Khan, all the fucking evil empire that rise up on the fucking planet. I reckon America has kill more fucking human beings. America is the greatest fucking devil that has ever rise up. And yet we are looking up to this satanic fucking beast. You know what I mean? A house built, like I say, on the blood of the fucking red man and my ancestors who was taken out of Africa by these rascal Europeans calling themselves murderers. You know what I mean? Destruction shall come upon your head. And people are in the world admiring you because you have all the arms and you can do most of the killing. Imagine that you are respected. But that's how it goes in the world still. Those who are vile and wicked, you find that they have a lot of respect on the grounds that people are terrified of the fuckers. You know what I mean? Yes, so people are terrified of America. They do anything this vile and sick bunch of beings tell them to do. Because America is only a bunch, the man them in the Senate, it's only a bunch of vile beings who are giving the orders. Human beings just the same, who are sitting in their comfortable house in America, killing people all around the planet with their fucking drones and aeroplane. Who give them the fucking right? Maybe you think that you're a God chosen superpower policeman of the earth, innit? Well, all of you who are sitting comfortably in your big mansion in Beverly Hills or whatever fucking hills or island that you are hiding on while you give orders to carry out the atrocity on the planet, don't forget, like I tell you, motherfuckers, that memory is recording your deeds. Ain't no way have you ever getting away with nothing under the law that I am telling you about. Because like I tell you, I am a 9th grade general. I am not a believer. I don't teach about belief. I just know things in their fullness. And I know the destiny of man is death. You know. That's your destiny, you know. Death to your blood clot, man. And like I tell you, we have all your deeds recorded. Why don't sometimes, like I say, you have to get fiery with these spirits that is breaking the law. And you do these things, like I say, when you don't know what you're dealing with or who you're dealing with. When you, in your own little idiotic mind now, is thinking that, no, there is no intelligence within this universe, actually. And the reason why there is none is because we've decided that there is none. We and maybe you and these little stupid man that you call scientists. Well, scientific work is done in the physical and the non-physical. Because I am a scientist, I only deal with facts. But I deal with non-physical facts, you know, like the memory, non-physical, conscience, you know, the negative one, all them, the non-physical, but nevertheless they are real as anything is in this physical world. And if you don't know them, then I tell you that you are going to become imbalanced. And that's why we have an imbalanced planet, with the mind of human being imbalanced. Like I said, they live separately, different groups, different country. That is the and this is 2013. Human beings are so fucking backward that you still have different countries on the planet. It's a form of division. You still can't see it in the 2013. You will never see your way. It would be best, like I say, if a big bomb just hit the earth and just kill every fucker. God, you don't look as if you can develop. If you're still at the stage where you're living as Englishman, Irishman, still nationalistic, waving flags. It's like waving flags is like something from about 1 million years ago. Well, the idiots should be doing when they never really understand. But these idiots are still doing it and singing patriotic songs. You know what I mean? You're still living like that. Separately, you don't know how to live as one. Well, anyway, because you don't know how to live as one and I hear a ring at the door before anyone else come and disturb the reasoning, here what I and I going to do, I and I going to reel out and a rapid and fade out and fire out from the firehouse. See me? Rastafari, live it and read it in the heart of all human beings. Fire!